Meanwhile, Fitchburg Monty Tech gets 0 days of rest. They're playing tomorrow against Timberlane, New Hampshire.
Yeah, they're literally playing tomorrow, but they still have 2 more periods to play here from the Wallace Civic Center. We are underway with period number 2. Puck sent down into the Blue Knight zone by the Red Raiders. It's gathered there by Jack Heffernan. He'll play it along the far side boards. Comes to Drew Short, who sends it all the way down. No icing. Puck is played for the Red Raiders by Jackson Leader, but regathered by the Blue Knights. Sent back behind the net by Nicosia. Tries a centering pass. No one in particular there. Leader grabs it for the Red Raiders. Now Matt Daniels sends it forward. Unable to clear the zone is Fitchburg Monty Tech. Unable again is Fitchburg Monty Tech. Backhanded in by Nicosia. Shot attempt by Ethan Dion, but he had his attempt blocked. Fitchburg Monty Tech finally able to clear the zone, and they may well take it into the offensive zone. Tucker Watkins' shot goes wide. Grabbed along the near side boards, kept in at the blue line temporarily by Leader. A Blue Knight is down and helmetless. He got walloped, I believe it was by Colin Hines. We will bring a stop to the action as Ethan Dion gathers his equipment and his bearings. Meanwhile, Colin Hines will go to the penalty box.
Always a bad sign where a hit comes with such force, a helmet is dislodged. Hines goes to the bin. Our 2 referees will go and discuss how they want to assess this.
Dion doesn't even want to come off the ice. I would think just for his own sake he should, and he will indeed go to the Lunenburg Ayer Shirley bench. You take a look, it looks like Hines got his left elbow right up in the face of Dion. Sent him down to the ice at a great rate of speed. Officials conferring with acting assistant coach Steve Hines on the far side.
It's Pat Hines.
Pat Hines, my apologies. Will be a 5-minute major penalty.
Penalty, number 20, Colin Hines. 5-minute major for head contact and the 10-minute misconduct. Time of the penalty, 1:05 in the second period.
So a 5-minute major and a 10-minute misconduct for that elbow to the head. Raiders will be shorthanded. Lunenburg Ayer Shirley controlled the pace of play in the first period. Now they have the extra man. See if the Blue Knights are able to capitalize.
Although Hines will stay in the game, it means he's not going to be eligible to play until the first stoppage of play with under 13:55 to go in the game. He's going to sit in the box for 15 minutes to think about what he did. Meanwhile, another Raider has to serve that major penalty and to come out of the ice back onto the ice after 5 of those minutes have been served.
Colin Hakey's shot is turned away by Minardi. Sent back behind the boards, pursued by Jamison Nicosia. Gathered by Alex Armstrong of the Red Raiders. Not quite able to clear it out. Sent back behind the boards. It'll be grabbed there by Cam Begnosh. Begnosh just whacks it up the ice. No finesse there, but it is effective. Kills a few seconds, but still more than 4 minutes to go on the 5-on-4 advantage for Lunenburg Ayer Shirley.
Also right on target, give him a 180-foot shot on goal.
Jamison Nicosia can't find anyone, drops it back to Colin Hakey. Hakey's shot blocked. Andrew Nicosia was right there. The Raiders are able to clear it out again.
It's a dangerous redirection in front. Looked like it was heading right towards the goal after change direction once, but then it went off another Raider that stopped the progress of that puck. And from there, Fitchburg Monty Tech able to clear and really dodge a bullet there.
Tyler Fortier skates into the offensive zone, leaves it for Hurley, back to Short, then Hurley. His shot goes wide, almost off the skate of Andrew Nicosia. Fitchburg Monty Tech will clear it out again. Begnosh sends it forward, chased down by Jake Pruno. Pruno, one of 5 seniors being honored tonight for Fitchburg Monty Tech. This is senior day here at the Wallace Civic Center. We saw Fitchburg State University victorious on their senior day earlier. Fitchburg Monty Tech looks to make it 2 for 2 for the local seniors. Battled for in the right wing corner. Alex Armstrong comes away with it for Fitchburg Monty Tech. He sends it ahead to Mayu. Unable to clear the zone, however. It's gathered by Drew Short. Short spins around, tries a shot, deflected, goes over the head. Nothing Minardi had to do about that. Loose puck in front of the net is batted down dangerously by Mayu. Mayu is batted down dangerously by Logan Martin. Logan Martin will serve 2 minutes for that. So there goes most of the rest of this power play. Logan Martin sent to the punishment prison. He will serve 2 minutes. After which, if nobody scores, there will be 37 seconds of a power play for the Blue Knights. But for now, we are 4-on-4.
Just going for that loose puck there. Players getting tied up, and the way that Martin took that Raider down to the ice as it was coming away from him. A bit dangerous. Called for the hook eventually. Probably could have gone for the interference, the puck getting away from them.
Pruno lost the handle. Connor Lammy gains the offensive zone. Leaves it back for Andrew Nikosia. Nikosia will take it back behind the net. He's run into there by Matt Daniels. Fitchburg Monty-Tech is able to clear. No icing. Ronan Duvall will get it well before the goal line. Lunenburg Ayer Shirley will reset. 1:28 to go on the 4-on-4. 10:50 to play here in the second period. We are still scoreless. Nikosia, nice stick work by him. Skates through a couple of Red Raider defenders. Tries the backhanded shot, but it's deflected by Jackson Leader. Minardi was never troubled. Comes back to Nikosia. His shot goes just wide of Minardi. Beat him on the stick side, but he also beat the net. Another shot from the other side by Ronan Duvall. That one was turned away by the Red Raider netminder. Jake Pruno fighting forward along the near side boards. Has it dispossessed from him by Drew Short. Short will skate it out of the offensive zone. Lunenburg Ayer Shirley will reset. 45 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Pruno, good defensive work at center ice. Lunenburg Ayer Shirley is able to recover. Short coming in from the left side. He'll take it around behind the net. Brings it all the way around town. Try to pass to the other defenseman. Bounced off a Red Raider. Went to Hurley. Shot from the face-off circle by Ronan Duvall is snatched out of midair by Easton Minardi, and we get a stoppage. Take another look at this whistling shot off the stick of Ronan Duvall, but a good glove save by Minardi keeps us level at nothing. Jack Heffernan wanted to take the shot, lost the handle. Short in front of net, couldn't do anything with it. Daniels made sure of that. Short another chance, save made by Minardi. We get another whistle. Easton Minardi stood tall in the first period. He's having to stand tall again here in period number 2. Face-off comes to the left of Minardi. Won by the Blue Knights. Owen Hurley can't find the shot, comes back out to Heffernan. His shot is deflected. Austin Haas was present. Let's give him credit for that. Short. Cross-ice pass to Fortier. He gets it to Martin. Back to Fortier. Now back to Martin. Back to Fortier. This is easy. He comes over to Drew Short. Short shot is blocked. Spun around was Austin Haas. I think Haas whacked Short in the head with his stick, but nothing comes of it. Shot by Short. Sticked away by Minardi. Owen Hurley was right there in front of net trying to make the deflection. Couldn't get it to go. Loose puck in front of the net is just jabbed away by Easton Minardi. That's not a save, but it is great goaltending nonetheless. Chance for the Red Raiders. Dump it down into the offensive zone. They've been on the defensive, on the back foot for a long time. We are back to 5-on-5. Fitchburg Monty-Tech has a fresh set of skaters on the ice. Brett Mayu sends it forward for Travis Carlson. He can't handle it. It goes to the other number 10, Tyler Fortier. Fortier gets it ahead to Dion. Dion back into the offensive zone. Good to see him back on the ice after he took that hard hit by Colin Hines that still has Hines in the sin bin. He will be there for a long time. This puck sent all the way down the ice. We will get icing. And let's take a moment to thank our FATV underwriters.
Fitchburg Access Television's remote productions are brought to you in part by Rollstone Bank and Trust, Acme Carpet One, Lemonster Credit Union, the Sentinel and Enterprise, and Minuteman Press.
Our thanks to them for all the support they provide. If you would like to become an underwriter of FATV, just go to fatv.org. You'll find all the information you need right there. Shot from the backhand behind the net is saved by Minardi. I don't know if that was a centering pass or a shot, but I'm the one with the microphone. I call it a shot. Another shot goes wide of the net, back behind to the near side boards. Battled for there by Dylan Sprague. He's got Carlson on it, comes to the middle. Sam Brandt couldn't get a shot off. Fitchburg Monty Tech unable to clear the zone. Sent back in behind the net. Ryan Gavin will grab it. He sends it forward for Carlson. Carlson's able to clear. Chased down by Ben Jeanette. Chance for Fitchburg Monty Tech. Now centering pass. Can't get the shot off. Could Nick Atkins. Had an opportunity for a one-timer, but he wasn't able to control it. We've talked a lot about the conditions on the ice. Puck may not be bouncing perfectly. Saw another example of it there. Now a chance for Lunenburg Ayer Shirley. They send it in on net, and Easton Minardi will cover up.
That was very much the best chance Fitchburg Monty Tech, I think, has had tonight in trying to beat the strong Garrett Hakey. But Atkins just not able to settle on his stick and propel it towards the goal. Everything there but the finish.
Hakey unofficially has only been tested 5 times tonight. Shots on goal 18-5 in favor of Lunenburg Ayer Shirley. But for both sides, the more important number is the goal total. That stands at 0 apiece. Loose puck behind the net, grabbed by Alex Armstrong. He sends it forward to Gavin Roy, who gets it forward to Tucker Watkins. Watkins gains the blue line. Cross to Berkio. Berkio didn't get nearly as much velocity on that shot as he wanted. Hakey will cover up. Just over halfway through this one, 6:43 to play in the second period. Still searching for our first goal. Cam Begnosh sends it in from the point. Now Alex Armstrong, the other defenseman, his shot is deflected. I believe that was off the leg of Dion. Begnosh sends it back behind the net for Roy. Roy leaves it for Watkins. Watkins will come back to Armstrong. Armstrong tries another shot. Save made by Hakey. Comes back to Armstrong. This time he doesn't shoot. He breaks his stick in half. Watkins can't get it. Backhand attempt by Roy is denied by Hakey. Couple fresh defensemen on the ice for Fitchburg Monty Tech. They're unable to clear it, or unable to keep it in, rather. Lunenburg Ayer Shirley will clear, and the momentum will die before the goal line, so no icing. And Blue Knights are able to get a couple fresh skaters on their side as well. Chance for them now. Owen Hurley sends it in back behind the net, chased down by Logan Martin. Martin goes back behind the net. He might have been looking for Hurley. Hurley wasn't there anymore. It's grabbed by the Red Raiders. Dispossessed by Martin, but he can't keep the handle. Gavin Roy will chase it back. Now Martin again for Lunenburg Ayer Shirley. He's whacked at by Cam Begnosh. Comes back out. Shot deflected. Nothing Minardi could do about that. Logan Martin has to retrieve his stick. Tucker Watkins with it now. He'll just skate it out of the zone. Skates through a couple of Blue Knights. Finally gains the red line, then dumps it in. No icing. Fitchburg Monty Tech is able to change. 5 minutes to go here. Second period. Again, we are still scoreless. Martin with it again for the Blue Knights. He loses the handle. Austin Haas keeps it in. It goes to Kyle Gendron. Gendron shot, score! Deflected by Cody Berkio. Fitchburg Monty Tech takes a 1-0 lead.
All the peppering they got on Easton Minardi. It's the Raiders who break through. The redirection in front. The quick change of direction. Cody Berkio there to put it home for his 7th goal of the season.
Nothing fancy about it. You just take a shot as a defenseman. Cody Berkio is right there for the deflection. Give him 10 points on the year. Both co-captains in double digits. Bit of a delay here as they finally recover the shattered stick. I believe that was Tucker Watkins' lumber. But it is 1-0 Fitchburg Monty Tech. Under 5 to play here in period number 2. Lunenburg Ayer Shirley won the faceoff aggressively into the offensive zone, but Fitchburg Monty Tech now looking to answer. Dumped back in by Austin Haas, but it is out of play. We get a whistle with 4:39 to play.
Sometimes these big scoring chances come from nearly nothing. Not a whole lot the keeper can do when the puck changes direction that rapidly.
Center ice face-off won by the Blue Knights. Taking it along the far side boards is Preston Campaner. Left wing corner, Brand can't center it. Kyle Gendron leading a one-man breakaway for Fitchburg Monty Tech. Skates through a couple of Blue Knights. Centering pass, can't get the shot off. Loose in front of the net, still fighting for it. Shot save made by Hakey. Austin Haas tried his luck. Hakey said no to that. Now Tyler Fortier will try to gather and clear. He gets it ahead to Campaner. Campaner can't get it out. Shot from the point, save made by Hakey. Garrett Hakey, Dan, didn't have many attempts on his net in the first period, but he has been tested these past few minutes.
One assist there to Gendron on the goal. At one point, the puck flew over the net. It was going every which way. You can see it just that close to making it 2-0.
Jake Bruno had that golden opportunity, couldn't quite hit it straight. Went up over the net. Still 1-0 in favor of Fitchburg Monty Tech. Now Lunenburg Ayer Shirley, this is Drew Short, leaves it back for Short, save made by Minardi. Was that kept in at the blue line? Officials say yes, it was. Ronan Duval may have gotten away with one there, but Lunenburg Ayer Shirley still has it in the offensive zone. Shot steered away by Minardi. That one came off the stick of Connor Lammy. Probably not quite as hard as he wanted. You could be forgiven for saying it was rather lamey. Anyway, battled for along the near side boards, grabbed out of there by Ben Jeanette. Tries to send it from Mayu. Mayu can't handle it. Second attempt still unable to clear. Shot blocked by Gavin before it troubled Minardi. And we get Blue Knights and Red Raiders fighting for the rubber along the near side boards again. A couple of them go down to the ice. One checks on another. Meanwhile, in front of the net, backhand attempt by Andrew Nicosia is covered up by Easton Minardi. Dan, take a look, if you will, right here in front of us, Ben Jeanette and Ethan Dion. Dion has had a hard night. He got tied up with Jeanette. Jeanette took a good long time after he was up just to make sure Dion was okay. That's tremendous sportsmanship. Wanted to highlight that. Face-off comes to the left side of Minardi. Back behind the net, chased down by Begnosh. He'll get it ahead to Berkio. The Red Raiders will clear, but then immediately lose control. Jack Heffernan goes cross ice looking for Owen Hurley. Poked at by Begnosh, comes back to Hurley. Hurley centering pass, swing and a miss. Jamison Nicosia strikes out. Shot from the point by Jack Heffernan is deflected up into the netting. With 2.5 minutes to play here in the second period, we will get another face-off in the offensive zone for the Blue Knights.
For all the dangerous chances LAS has had in this second period, shots are 7 apiece in this frame.
Referee decides that Tucker Watkins can't take the face-off. Berkio will do so instead. Looses the handle, but Alex Armstrong is there to poke it away from Martin. Sent back behind the net by Hurley. Armstrong will chase it down, try this side. He gets whacked into the boards, but he is able to clear the puck out of the zone. Armstrong, shot from just outside the blue line, snatched out of the air by Hakey. Don't think that one would have gone in if he hadn't done so, but we'll give Armstrong a shot nonetheless.
Raiders have definitely done a lot better in getting more sustained pressure on the Blue Knights, generating more opportunities, and of course, the lone goal of this contest.
Berkio unable to keep it in. It comes to Colin Hakey. He has it stolen by Tucker Watkins. Watkins gets it forward to Roy. Roy can't hang on to it. It's taken away from him by Dion. Sent back in by Armstrong. Goes all the way behind the LAS net. where it will be grabbed by Andrew Nicosia. Watkins loses it to Duvall. Duvall sends it behind the net to Lammy. Lammy says, actually, I like Jacksonville. Let's go back to Duvall. Along the far side boards, poked out of the zone by Andrew Nicosia. Turnaround sent right back in. I can't believe that wasn't offside, but it comes to nothing as LAS regains the puck. Centering pass intended, I believe, for Short. He couldn't touch it. No Blue Knight did. Goes all the way down for icing. We'll get a face-off in the LAS side of the ice.
On that last, you can't believe it wasn't icing. It looked like Gavin Roy did at least have his skates on the blue line. I didn't see anybody over it. So.
Okay. Listen, just because I say something doesn't mean it's true. Face-off came to the right of Hakey. Scary moments there, but Fitchburg Montytech unable to get a shot on target. Sent down in the left wing corner. Owen Hurley will give chase. Cross center, backhand shot up and over the net. Chased down by Jamison Nicosia. Comes to Duvall. He tries a shot. Batted over the net by Austin Haas. Nothing Minardi needed to do about that one. Centering pass for the Blue Knights. Can't find Logan Martin. Now chance for Fitchburg Montytech. 40 seconds to play here, period number 2. FMT would love to extend their lead. Fought for along the near side boards. Comes back and sent forward now for Logan Martin. Martin 1-on-3. He'll stop and wait for reinforcement. Shot deflected. Saved by Minardi. He has no idea where the puck is. Oh, wait, there it is. Comes back along the near side boards. Hurley has it taken away from him by Leader. Leader back behind the net for Daniels. Fitchburg Montytech might just want to kill the last 10 seconds here. They'll flick it forward. 8 seconds. LAS has something if they hurry, but they're not hurrying, so I think we're going to go to the locker rooms with the score 1-0 in favor of Fitchburg Montytech. Colin Hines will take a break from the penalty box, head to the locker room with his teammate. He'll be back in that box for a good chunk of the next period as well. But Dan, Fitchburg Montytech still being heavily outshot, although it was more even in this period. Gotta say, it's a 1-0 lead. It certainly doesn't feel like it should be, but sometimes hockey ain't fair.
It doesn't feel like the safest of 1-0 leads, but it is a 1-0 lead nevertheless. Shots were 9-8 in that period in favor of Fitchburg Montytech, so 8 saves for both netminders. I also took a laugh at the end of that period when Austin Haas just tried to fire it as hard as he could down the ice, and he pegged the backside of Cal Gendron.
Well, you know, usually you don't get a bruise from your teammate, but...
There's Noah Saracen, Montytech class of 2016, chatting with the officials. But one of them, Owen Napolitano, a former Oakmont Spartan, he played against him back in high school.
Catching up on old times. Mm-hmm. Hopefully not as adversarial a relationship now. And there you see the signs celebrating the 5 graduating seniors for Fitchburg Montytech. These gentlemen were honored earlier tonight before this game, but we'll shout them out again. Brett Mayu, Cody Berkio, Colin Hines, Cam Begnosh, and Jake Pruno. Those 5 were the starting 5 for Fitchburg Montytech. I got to say, they've played pretty well.
They have, and although it was a slow start for Fitchburg Montytech, they definitely played closer to the game that they would like to. Maybe a few too many high danger chances, but as it goes, with this explosive LAS team trying to limit them, who score well over 3 goals a game, closer to 4 goals a game, really. It's been a challenge to try to keep them at bay, but Easton Minardi's made some good saves as he's continued to have to make. You know, old school Formula One fans, I think, always had a soft spot for Minardi, and I think they can appreciate how well Easton has played here today.
Well, we'll see if Easton can keep denying the Blue Knights their scoring opportunities, or if Lunenburg Ayer Shirley can find an equalizer, perhaps a winner. Stick around, folks. We still have 15 minutes of hockey to play. It is Hockey Night in Fitchburg here on FATV. back here in Fitchburg. Hockey Night in Fitchburg, indeed, on FATV. I'm John Gugerty, joined, of course, by Dan Bullock. Dan, Fitchburg Monty Tech are on the board. They were able to take a 1-0 lead in that second period.
Cody Berkio getting on the board with his 7th goal of the season, redirecting a shot from Kyle Gendron. You see a lot of chances, and again, LAS with a lot of good goal-scoring opportunities, continuing to pepper shots at Easton Minardi, but he has stood strong. There's one chance that went wayward, another one off the side of the net. Raiders finally started getting their chances on Garrett Hakey after being held to just 3 shots in the first period. They got some opportunities out in front. There's one that went just over the crossbar. Another chance in front that the Blue Knights couldn't put home. Another chance that Nicosia had to double clutch on that one. We've talked about the ice conditions tonight and how they may not be 100% optimal for ice hockey. And then that was the major penalty there. Colin Hines up to Ethan Dion. He is still sitting in the bin for that, but only for about a minute and a half to start this third period.
2 minutes of that 5-minute power play, by the way, were killed off thanks to the 4-on-4 that resulted from that Lunenburg Ayer Shirley penalty you saw as well. Blue Knights squandered a bit of an opportunity there.
See a lot of big hits there laid out. Cam Begnosh had one there. He's a football player. And here was the goal, the redirection in front from Cody Berkio after Gendron kept it in at the right point and threw it in the direction of goal. The quick change of direction and beating Garrett Hakey for the lone goal we've had in this contest. The only one of the 32 shots on target that have found its way into the back of the net.
Pretty much nothing Hakey could do about that one. He's only had to make, he's only faced 12 shots. That one probably the hardest. Has made 11 saves. His counterpart for Fitchburg Monty Tech, Easton Minardi, has been very impressive. 20 saves on 20 shots for the Red Raider goaltender.
He's had to be strong and impressive in goal to keep his side in it. That's really been the last few games as well, how well Easton Minardi has played to keep the team alive. The last 3 games, this is his 4th start in a row. We lost 2-1 to Littleton Bromfield. We had that one last week here. That was Hockey Day in the Berg, in which the Raiders were outshot 32-12. And we said by all rights it should have been 6 or 7 for Littleton Bromfield. But Minardi kept them to 2. And then a 3-2 loss at Gardner, which was close, which was another close game as well. Another well-fought game between 2 talented goaltenders. And then against Leominster, 2 conceded, but that time he got the run support, 8 goals for the Red Raiders. Will help that out a little bit. Just 7 goals conceded in those last 3 games. And today keeping it clean. And if the Raiders can come away with the victory, it will just be huge for their playoff chances.
Tremendous win it would be for Fitchburg Monty Tech. Folks, you saw all the various ways that you can watch FATV. We want to thank you so very much for being with us. I know I speak for Dan and the entire FATV crew when I say it really is a privilege and an honor for us to be able to bring these games to you. So thank you for welcoming us into your homes, on your tablets, your mobile phones, wherever you may be watching us. Thank you very much from all of us here at FATV.
Whether you're watching, rooting for the Red Raiders or the Blue Knights, we welcome you and we thank you for tuning in.
I'm wearing blue, kind of. Also green and gray and black, and blue is one of many colors. How about that?
Yeah, it's kind of a mint color.
Yeah. I like this shirt. I have a blue sweater vest I wear with this shirt a lot. Looks very nice.
I've got a pink tie underneath the beard.
I believe you. And I saw it, actually.
And my go-to collared shirt for fancy games. Blue Knights will go from right to left in the third period. The Red Raiders from left to right. Raiders will take the puck on the near side and skate it out of the zone from Tucker Watkins. Watkins gains the blue, tries to dump it in, goes off the legs of Tyler Fortier, hesitated for a moment, and there's one of the Blue Knights going to the ice. That was Dion for the 2nd time in this game. It's been a rough night for him.
Ethan Dion has had a night he would rather forget. He has been knocked on his backside and his front side and his side more times than he would like.
All of the sides that he could possibly be knocked on, he has been tonight. rough night for the freshman. 3 goals, 5 assists on the season. It's one of the things that the Blue Knights have really been able to utilize for the rebuild, is how many young players have really been able to step up and up in the lineup pretty much immediately and pay dividends for them. So many of their impact players, sophomores, freshmen. Remember, Drew Short's an 8th grader, 1 of 3 on this roster. Lunenburg's allowed to use 8th graders. They're an 8 through 12 school. Now on the right side, Logan Martin just trying to get around all those Raiders. Giving so much pressure, they wrestle to the ice. Raiders will take the puck. On the near side, just out of the zone, Tyler Fortier settles, flips back in the direction of goal, paddled aside by Minardi. Kyle Gendron will take it at his own blue line. Steps up, makes the pass. Tried to find the stick of Austin Haas and eventually Pruno. Couldn't really get either of them. The following on is Begnosh feeding forward for Pruno, but knocked down by Connor Lammy. Traveling forward in front of the Blue Knight bench. Sticks jamming in there. 4 or 5 players. Everyone trying to dig that puck free. Won by the Raiders and shot on goal by Begnosh from over 100 feet away. That's the first shot on goal of the period. And the save required there as tumbling down to the ice, losing his skates, was, I think, Daniels. Colin Hines will be back on the ice. It was Jeanette who finds Stefanillo, but he can't get a backhand off. Hines will be out of the box on the next whistle. Served 15 minutes in the bin for his major penalty contact to the head to Dion back in the second period. A lot of players not getting much of anything, and now a chance! Carlson's shot is turned aside by Hakey. The freshman forward with just 1 goal in the season would like to have another one, was that close to doing so. Armstrong slings it towards goal, off some sticks and wide. Jeanette battling with Connor Lammy. Moving along the left corner for Chris Stefanillo. He overskates it. Now to the left side, finds Hurley on the back of his stick. Barely even knew it was coming to him. Begnosh off the boards. Intercepted, looking for a redirection. Nothing there. There's a penalty coming against the Raiders, as a Blue Knight was taken to the ice. Interference will certainly be the call. So just as Hines comes out of the box, someone will go back in to replace him.
Looks like it'll be Alex Armstrong sent to the box. He's looking back at the referee as if to say, do I have to? Really? In there? I don't want to go in there. Colin was just in there. He got all of his Colin stink on it. Did you see that hit delivered to Logan Martin? Definitely worthy of a reprimand.
It'll be the 3rd power play tonight for LAS, even though this is only the 2nd penalty Fitchburg has committed, because there was a penalty LAS committed in the middle of that major power play, so that turned into 2 separate segments. Hockey's weird sometimes.
Hockey is weird sometimes. Hockey's fun.
That's why it's my favorite sport. There's Fortier's shot, that's well off the mark. Leader will try to get there first. Andrew Nicosia was there as well. Right point shot, score! Through traffic and in, a power play goal for LAS. They've tied it at 1. Looks like Colin Hakey, the 8th grade defenseman wearing number 8, threw it through all that traffic.
Might have gotten a deflection off the skate of Logan Martin, but Martin immediately went to Hakey to celebrate, and he led the high five line. So I think it is Hakey who will be credited with the goal.
And who better to support Garrett Hakey in goal than younger brother Colin? Tie the score at 1. I believe they're brothers. I should have double checked that.
They go to the same school and their name's Hakey. I'm going to go with brothers.
Well, there have been a lot of brotherly connections on these teams over the years.
If they're not brothers, let it be known that I, John Gugerty, will take the heat.
Hakey's 2nd goal of the season. So on the far side, Ronan Duvall trying to move it around, stuck against the boards. Now we see how LAS responds, with the momentum if they continue to push the tempo. And they will! It's a snipe into the top left corner for Andrew Nicosia. Just like that, LAS leads. Two goals in 52 seconds for the Blue Knights. And they've turned a deficit into a lead.
Dan, I don't know if Easton Minardi couldn't see the puck or if he just misjudged the height of his own right shoulder. There was, the first goal, there might have been a deflection. There was activity in front of the net. That one, there was none of that. It was a well-positioned shot, no doubt about it. Top left corner from the left side. That took some skill to put it there.
That's a goal scorer's goal by Nicosia, and I think, Minardi was probably, the way that he moved his glove, I think he was tracking that puck going somewhere else, and it just so happened to beat him in that one spot on the near side he wasn't covering. It was going to take good skill to accurately put that shot in that location, but he got it. If I could hear Jim LaPointe correctly, I believe Drew Short got the lone assist on the initial goal, and Owen Hurley got the assist on the second goal, and that just flew right by us.
I don't believe we've ever had a puck come that close to us. Now, granted, it was a good 4 feet away from our faces, but I would say that we're used to the puck being at least one order of magnitude further than 4 feet away from our faces.
Very close to Evan Schachenbach, one of our camera operators. That landed right in front of him.
Evan, are you okay? More importantly, is the camera okay? Evan's giving us the thumbs up. Okay, Evan's good. Evan, is the camera good, though? The camera's good? Okay. Camera's fine. We're okay.
Raiders are going to go on the power play for the second time tonight. A penalty does have to go on the board. I saw it on the board. It disappeared. Now it's come back.
Jamison Nicosia serving 2 minutes.
Was a cross check right off the draw. Leader shot blocked by Andrew Nicosia. And a foot race for that puck. Alex Armstrong reading the route to get there first. Needs to use all of his speed to get there, as Nicosia just flies down the ice. Raiders now trailing 2-1. Berkio trying to go around the nets, but too many blue shirts in the way to get a pass off. And down the ice it goes again. Armstrong will retrieve. 1:20 to go on the man advantage. 8:43 to go in this contest. The Raiders were leading going into the frame, but 2 goals in less than a minute, giving the Blue Knights a 2-1 lead. Raiders get to the blue line from Armstrong. Feed it past into the corner. Armstrong still going, finds Watkins. Gets it on his forehand. Now up for Berkio. Shot! Toe save by Hakey. Needed all of his leg out there to kick that one away.
One of the more impressive saves we've seen from Garrett Hakey tonight.
Pushed against the boards was Hines. He's jostling with Drew Short, player 4 years younger than him. It's tossed around the boards down the ice. Minardi will watch it come to him. Then he'll just float it further along. See the pressure from behind by Nicosia. He steals it away and tosses it into the left corner. 15 to go on the penalty to Jameson Nicosia. Behind the net, Watkins looks around. Bunhook seeing Martin on him. Changes direction again. Finally gets some clearance. It's stolen away by Hurley down in front. Penalty is up, back to full strength are the Blue Knights. Berkio into the right wing corner. Skating with speed. James Nicosia trying to run him out of the play. Back to the left point. Slung on towards goal and directed wide. Past the halfway point in this third period. More bone-crunching action. The Knights lead 2-1. Berkio trying to protect. Whistle, penalty coming. Roughing is going to be the call. I heard some general annoyance at first from this side, the LAS fans, thinking, why is there a penalty? And then some applause when they realized it wasn't against them.
The referee is exchanging some words with one of the fans here. I think someone may have been ejected, actually. Yeah, both of the referees now are asking one particularly boisterous gentleman to leave the arena. He doesn't appear to be doing so, but
now they'll skate over to the Fitchburg Mining Tech bench. Todd Robbins, the athletic director, will make a call to crowd control. Let them know, let the proper authorities know that that particular individual must be removed from sight and sound of this facility.
Raider.
Mike's had a rough night tonight. Colin Hines was called for roughing.
he couldn't handle life on the outside. 15 minutes in the box will get to you.
And now we'll get the explanation there.
Raider penalty was on number 20, Colin Hines. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 8:09. Third period.
Napolitano came over to the coaching staff here on the LAS side, explained why we are not playing hockey at this moment. And we'd like to take a moment to note, too, that we do need more officials in the world, but abusive officials is making things a lot challenging. If you're a fan coming to a hockey game, you have to be respectful of the players, the coaches, the spectators.
Absolutely. You know, we're here to, this is an important game. Obviously, these teams are playing for something, and that's, you know, we don't want to say that this is just a game, but at the same time, this is just a hockey game. You know? This is not, for instance, the Stanley Cup Finals. And even if it was the Stanley Cup Finals, being a loud, rude, boisterous, obscene jerk face, it's the technical term, is unacceptable behavior. You shouldn't ought to do it.
And now I heard another yell from this side, and again, they've made it clear. The conduct from this side has not been acceptable. That yelling there, and they've made it clear I don't think they're going to let this game continue until that person removes themselves, or maybe they finally have felt that's good enough. We'll restart play now. But again, be the solution for why high school sports is great. Don't be the problem. Lunenburg Ayer Shirley is on the power play. They'll skate up ice. Here's Tyler Fortier. Really pushed into the boards. Raiders able to poke it out and down back into the LASN, where Colin Hakey will go and retrieve. 90 seconds to go on the man advantage. 6:17 to go in the contest. 2-1 LAS in front. Goals by Colin Hakey and Andrew Nicosia, giving the side in blue the lead. It's a shot through a bit of traffic, but tracked well enough by Minardi. Shuts down the chance from Tyler Fortier, who wants to continue this pattern of scoring. 8 had the first goal, 9 had the second. He would like to be the third goal scorer as number 10.
Took the third shot of the period for the Blue Knights. Minardi made his first stop of the period. Chance for him to regain a little bit of confidence, maybe.
Looking for a redirection in front. So it ricochets wide. Raiders trying to rush up the ice with Gendron. Floats it out. Watkins is going to get there first. He'll battle with Colin Hakey. Try to push it against the boards. And now get free of it, as there's 3 Blue Knights there. They'll take it out, move it out far side. Picked up by Drew Short. He gains the zone. He gets the shot off. That's punched away by Minardi. 40 seconds to go on the man advantage. Around the boards and some big hits being thrown. Another shot turned aside. Right wing corner, Dion. Tries to put it around the net. Raiders will get a hold of the puck and spit it down the ice. 20 seconds to go. Garrett Hakey settled it down with the paddle. Took a unexpected turn of direction, but at least it was on the side of the net when it changed direction. He tried to settle that down maybe 4 feet in front, and the same thing happened. It could have been disastrous. 2 seconds and 1. It's into the zone. That's gobbled up by Minardi off the shot by Fortier. And he'll get his glove on the loose puck and freeze that rebound. 4:49 to go in this contest. 2-1 LAS in front.
Getting toward that time of game where acting head coach Noah Saracen for the Red Raiders might think about taking his time out. Might think about eventually pulling his goaltender. Referees are still engaging in discussion with Fitchburg High Athletic Director Todd Robbins. Todd is on the phone. I believe, if I'm correct, and we don't want to show this gentleman just in case we're wrong, and also because we don't want to give this kind of TV time, but if I'm correct about who it was who was ejected, the gentleman has left the ice area, but is still in the concourse overlooking the ice. And I think the officials may be displeased with that. Or at least they're trying to say this is where this gentleman is to whoever Mr. Robbins is on the phone with, let's say.
He's still in sight of the competition area, although he may not be in sound of it.
That's correct.
It's like, no, you need to go out in the pouring rain.
It's not pouring anymore. It started lighting up. It was absolutely pouring in the first intermission. I did not know that it had started raining at all, so I walk out the door and I get soaked.
Now it's the one who didn't bring any jackets that are good for rain. Raiders would like to get a 2-on-1, but that puck gets away from Atkins. And then Connor Lammy loses his skates. Well, keep control of it. Push it along for Jameson Nicosia. Both of them are freshmen. And 6 freshmen and 3 8th graders on this LAS roster and 7 sophomores. 16 of the 26 players underclassmen. In this LAS side, 13-3-1, look like they may be pretty good for years to come as well. It's pushed out of the zone, down the ice, 3:40 to go. 2-1 lead for LAS. Eder Nicosia backhands it into the zone around the right wing corner for Jackson Leader. Get there first. Matt Daniels back for Leader. Raiders trying to break free on the counterattack. That's intercepted by Drew Short. Short loses the handle on it. Eder Nicosia will go, pick it up in the left corner. Really pushed off the puck there. Tucker Watkins will stretch it up ice. Here's Gavin Roy into the zone. 1v2. Gets the shot, but it was blocked. Ronan Duvall with good positioning. Able to prevent that from getting on goal. Shots in this period are 7-4 in favor of LAS, and they've got the 2 strikes. Under 3 to go. 2-1. There's Watkins. Loses his skates and get back up, get to that puck. Brett Mayu, his shot blocked. Gets it right back, and Andrew Nicosia will run him right into the boards and clear it out of the zone. Ryan Gavin, go to Gavin Roy. But out of the reach of Mayu. Pushed on for Short. Good poke there by Gavin to keep that away. One Gavin to another. Here's Roy into the zone. Roy going right towards goal. Couldn't get it cleanly away. A stick got in the way from LAS, preventing that shot from being appropriately propelled.
Man, players of Red Dead Redemption 2 are loving the last 2 or 3 minutes of calls. Just got to say.
If only I'd ever played that game. It's just tremendous magic going on there.
There's a funny meme character named Gavin. That's it.
That misses everybody, and out of the zone will go. We picked up with 1:45 remaining. Thrown in by Hefferman. Raiders will put it up ice. Here is Berkio with 3 players on him trying to stop him from getting a shot away. They were successful in that endeavor. Balfour on the near side. Drew Short will win the puck. Pass up ice. Wanted to find Martin, but taken by Begnosh. He'll dump it back in. Fresh legs coming on the ice for the Raiders with 1:15 to go.
Those fresh legs will include a 6th skater. Easton Minardi has vacated the net.
The extra attacker is now on. That not kept in. It will be offside.
It was a very close call, but I think from our vantage point in the press box, Dan, it was the correct one. It looked to my eye like Jake Pruno just barely failed to keep that puck inside the blue line.
Timeout.
The Red Raiders will take their timeout.
Raiders.
Fitchburg Monty Tech will call their timeout with 66 seconds left. They trail 2-1. Next contest for Fitchburg Monty Tech is tomorrow. They will be taking on the Owls of Timberlane Regional High School from Plastow, New Hampshire. 4:20 start. That will be from the New England Sports Complex in Marlborough. And if you want to watch that game, you'll have to get out there. And then finally on the...
It's a lovely part of Marlborough. There's absolutely nothing around it.
Isn't there a mall on the same road?
Eventually. But if you go another mile or 2 down the road, you'll get to the Solomon Pond Mall, where there is, again, absolutely nothing. Well, I grew up in Marlborough. I get to insult Marlborough. We take a look again at this call, Dan. This is the play right here. Pruno right at the blue line. Looks like it might have just been over. It's impossible to tell from that angle. Obviously, we're not straight on. I don't think Fitchburg Monty Tech has anything to complain about there. It's a razor-thin call. And again, at this level, you've got 2 referees, neither of them right on the blue line, but I do think that was a correct call.
It's close enough that it'd probably be called stance if you were actually reviewing it with those angles. We stay with 6 skaters on for Fitchburg Monty Tech as Begnosh will settle it down.
Play in the 3rd period.
Now we're under 60 seconds to go. That pass going off a lot of sticks, but eventually into the LAS zone, and Berkio's the first to arrive. He puts it across through the paint out the other side. And out of the zone it'll come. These 2 teams played as home versus away last year. It was Fitchburg Monty Tech who found a goal in the last 12 seconds to tie the game and force overtime. Could the Raiders find similar heroics here? LAS with a bit of keep away and a perfectly sent puck down the ice. It's handled short, blasts it away. 12 seconds to go in the game. Off the backboards, not read well. They'll throw it around with 5 seconds left. Don't think the Raiders are going to be able to get it up ice. They blast it down, and it pops down, pumped down by Duvall. Time will run out. LAS wins it 2-1. They match the scoreline from December 30th, and they'll take a big win to get to 14-3-1.
Staying atop the Coughlin Conference, even with Gardner breathing down their necks. A big win for the Blue Knights, and a hard loss for Fitchburg Monty Tech.
Shots on goal.
They dropped to 7-9 on the season, 4-7 in the conference. Playoff hopes getting a little dimmer for Fitchburg Monty Tech.
Game total of 16. Final score: Lunenburg and Shirley, Blue Knights 2, and Fitchburg Monty Tech, Red Raiders 1.